You walk into a store, you need help. What exactly is the best thing to say? Welcome everyone to our final step. Step 3. The logic of real-world situations.
I'm excited for this one. It's very practical.
The real world has many variables. Logic is required.
You are absolutely right, Eddy. In step 1, we built better sentences. In step 2, we built social connections. Today, we learn to build solutions.
This is about using English to get things done.
Precisely. Let's begin with a common scenario. Shopping. Imagine you enter a clothing store. An assistant asks, "Can I help you?"
A beginner might just say, "Yes, a shirt."
It's not wrong, but it's inefficient. For clear transactional English, we need a precise architecture. The structure is polite opening plus specific need plus qualifying detail.
Clear, efficient, I approve.
Let's see this logic in action. Ed, how would you ask for help?
I would say, "Yes, please. I'm looking for a blue shirt. In a medium size. Something casual that I can wear to work."
Let's analyze that perfect response. Polite opening. Yes, please. Specific need. I'm looking for a blue shirt. And multiple qualifying details. Medium size, casual, and for work.
This gives the shop assistant all the information they need to help you.
It is efficient and respectful of their time.
I am looking for a treat. Something delicious that I can eat right now.
A perfect application of the structure, Eddy. Let's try another example. What if you're not sure about the details?
You could say, "I'd like to buy a pair of jeans, but I'm not sure about the size. Could you help me check?"
Here the structure changes slightly. It becomes general need plus the problem plus a question. This is a logical sequence to ask for help.
It's all about being clear and direct, but always polite.
Precisely. Now it's time for our listeners to practice these structures.
Let's shadow the first, more detailed example. Ready? Repeat after me. Yes, please. I'm looking for a blue shirt in a medium size. Something casual that I can wear to work.
Good. Now let's practice the second phrase, where you are asking for help.
Let's go. Repeat after me. I'd like to buy a pair of jeans, but I'm not sure about the size. Could you help me check?
Excellent. This kind of clear communication will make your real-world interactions much smoother.
It saves time and avoids confusion.
Now, the logic of shopping doesn't end with finding an item. Often you need to compare.
Decisions.
And for that, we need an architecture of comparison. The architecture of comparison is simple but powerful. The structure is statement of liking plus but plus a contrasting point.
The word "but" is the pivot here. It connects two different ideas.
Precisely. Ed, could you give an example?
Of course, I like this jacket, but I think the other one looks more comfortable.
See, you state a positive, then use but to introduce a reservation or a different thought. Let's try another one, comparing price and quality.
This pair of shoes is cheaper, but the quality of the other pair seems better.
This treat is good, but that treat is also good. I must perform further tests.
A very logical approach, Eddy. Let's have our listeners practice these comparisons.
Let's shadow the first one about the jacket. Ready? I like this jacket, but I think the other one looks more comfortable.
Good. Now the sentence about the shoes.
Repeat after me. This pair of shoes is cheaper, but the quality of the other pair seems better.
This same logic of clear transactional English is essential for our next topic. Transportation.
Getting around a city requires clear communication.
It does. Let's start at a bus stop. Someone asks, "Do you know when the next bus arrives?"
A simple answer is in 10 minutes. But a more fluent, helpful answer adds context.
The structure for a helpful answer is information plus acknowledgement of uncertainty.
I like that. It manages expectations.
Show us, Ed.
I think the next bus should arrive in 10 minutes. But sometimes it comes a little late. During rush hour?
See, the first part gives the information. The second part, after but, provides extra useful context. This is a very high-level fluency skill.
Hope for the best, prepare for the delay.
A good life philosophy, Eddy. Now let's move to a taxi. The driver asks, "Where would you like to go?"
Just saying downtown is not very helpful.
Correct. We need a structure for precision. General area plus specific landmark or street.
For example, I'd like to go downtown. Near Main Street, please. Close to the big library.
That is perfectly clear. The general area helps the driver start, and the landmark gives them a precise goal.
I would like to go to the kitchen. Near the food bowl, please.
He never misses. Let's practice that phrase. Repeat after me. I'd like to go downtown. Near Main Street, please. Close to the big library.
So you know how to say where you are going. But what if someone asks you how to get there?
Giving directions is a common challenge.
For that, you need the architecture of directions. The architecture of directions is all about clarity. The structure is simple: sequential actions, plus clear landmarks.
So you use simple commands like go or turn, and reference things people can easily see.
Exactly. Logic and simplicity are key. Ed, please demonstrate.
Go straight for 2 blocks. Then turn right at the traffic light. And the bank will be on your left.
Perfectly clear. Sequential actions: go, then turn. Clear landmarks: traffic light, the bank. Let's see another variation.
Walk down this street until you reach the park. And then you'll see the bus station. Right next to it.
Here, the landmark, the park, is used with until. It's a conditional instruction, which is very clear.
Go straight past the big chair. Turn left at the table leg. And the food bowl will be on your right.
He follows the architecture perfectly.
He does. Now let's practice shadowing. Let's start with the first set of directions.
Repeat after me. Go straight for 2 blocks. Then turn right at the traffic light. And the bank will be on your left.
Excellent. This kind of practical language is exactly what step 3 is about. Now for a transition. Clear communication is important for directions, but it is absolutely critical in other situations, like talking about your health.
This is a situation where you really want to be understood correctly.
Exactly. Imagine you are at a doctor's office. The nurse asks, "What seems to be the problem?" A vague answer is not helpful. We need a logical structure to explain symptoms. The architecture is symptom plus duration, what you've tried.
This gives the doctor the complete story.
Precisely. It's efficient and very clear. Ed, would you demonstrate?
Of course, I've had a headache since yesterday, and it hasn't gone away, even after I took some medicine.
Let's analyze this. Symptom, a headache. Duration, since yesterday. What you've tried, took some medicine. And I want to highlight a key structural point. Ed said, "I've had a headache." This is the present perfect tense. It's used because the headache started in the past, but it is still happening now.
Using the correct tense is very important for the doctor to understand the timeline.
Exactly. Now let's practice that sentence.
Repeat after me. I've had a headache since yesterday, and it hasn't gone away, even after I took some medicine.
Being able to describe your symptoms is vital, but you also need to be able to get help. In the first place.
You mean making an appointment?
Exactly. And for that, we need the architecture of a polite request. The architecture of a polite request is crucial for making appointments. The structure is stated goal plus specific request plus politeness marker.
It's efficient and universally understood.
Ed, please demonstrate.
I'd like to make an appointment for Friday morning, if possible.
Let's analyze. Stated goal, make an appointment. Specific request for Friday morning. And the politeness marker, if possible. This last part shows flexibility and is very polite.
Another great way to ask is with could I?
Yes, could I is another key architectural tool for polite requests. Give us an example, Ed.
Could I schedule an appointment for next Tuesday afternoon?
Could I schedule a nap for this afternoon? If possible.
A perfectly structured request, Eddy. Let's practice these phrases.
First, using I'd like to. Repeat after me. I'd like to make an appointment for Friday morning, if possible.
Excellent. Now with could I schedule?
Let's go. Could I schedule an appointment for next Tuesday afternoon?
This same logic of clear, polite requests is absolutely essential in our next scenario, the workplace.
Professional communication is a key skill.
It is. Let's start with a common situation. A colleague asks, "How's your project going?"
Just saying it's fine is not very informative.
Correct. A professional update needs structure. The architecture is general status plus past action plus current or future action.
It shows you are organized and in control.
That's exactly the impression it gives, Eddy. Ed, please demonstrate.
It's going well, thank you. I finished the first part yesterday, and now I'm working on the presentation for tomorrow's meeting.
Let's analyze this competent response. Status, it's going well. Past action, I finished the first part. Current action, I'm working on the presentation.
It gives a complete picture of your progress.
Let's practice shadowing this professional update.
Ready? Repeat after me. It's going well, thank you. I finished the first part yesterday, and now I'm working on the presentation for tomorrow's meeting.
Excellent. This structure is very versatile. But what happens when it's not a colleague, but your manager who asks for something?
The level of politeness and clarity becomes even more important.
Exactly. And that requires a new architecture. When responding to a manager, our architecture must show professionalism. The structure is confirmation plus time commitment plus clarifying action.
This shows you are responsible and diligent.
Exactly. Imagine your manager asks, "Can you send me the report by this afternoon?" Ed, demonstrate the professional response.
Yes, of course. I'll send you the report by 3 p.m. I just need to double check a few numbers before I send it.
Let's analyze this masterpiece of workplace communication. Confirmation. Yes, of course. Time commitment. By 3 p.m. Clarifying action. I just need to double check.
That last part shows you are careful, smart.
It manages expectations and shows professionalism.
Now, sometimes at work, you need to ask for help. For this, our key architectural tools are polite framing phrases.
Like, could you help me? Or the very polite, would you mind?
Exactly. Ed, give us an example.
Could you help me understand this report? I'm not sure about the instructions.
This is a great example. It shows you are engaged and want to do a good job.
Would you mind opening the treat jar for me?
See? A perfectly polite and effective request.
Let's practice these essential workplace phrases. First, responding to your manager.
Repeat after me. Yes, of course. I'll send you the report by 3 p.m. I just need to double check a few numbers.
Excellent. Now the phrase for asking for help.
Let's go. Could you help me understand this report? I'm not sure about the instructions.
This logic of clear, polite communication is most important when things go wrong.
You mean when you have a problem?
Exactly. This brings us to the architecture of problem solving.
An important life skill.
It is. Let's start with a common scenario. You're at a restaurant and your food is cold.
This can be an uncomfortable situation.
It can be, but with the right structure, you can handle it politely and effectively. The architecture of a polite complaint is polite opening plus clear problem plus proposed solution.
It's a logical three-step process.
Let's see it in action. Ed?
Excuse me? My soup is a little cold. Could you please warm it up for me?
Let's analyze this. Polite opening, excuse me. Clear problem. My soup is a little cold. Proposed solution. Could you please warm it up?
It's non-confrontational and focuses on the fix.
That is the key. In our final part, we'll explore more problem-solving scenarios and conclude our journey. First, let's practice that polite complaint structure.
This is a very useful phrase. Repeat after me. Excuse me? My soup is a little cold. Could you please warm it up for me?
Excellent. Now for our final architecture lesson, the logic of agreeing and disagreeing.
In real conversations, you won't always agree. How you disagree is a sign of fluency.
Precisely. Let's start with partial agreement. The structure is acknowledgement plus but plus contrast. Imagine someone says, movies are better than books for learning English.
I could say, I see your point. Movies are great for listening practice, but I also think reading is important for vocabulary.
See, you acknowledge their point first. This is respectful, even when you have a different idea. Now, for polite disagreement. The structure: understanding, phrase plus but, plus your opinion.
So if someone says daily practice isn't necessary, I could say, I understand what you mean, but I think even a little practice each day helps build good habits.
This is a very advanced and diplomatic skill. It shows respect for the other person's opinion.
I understand you think this sofa is for humans, but I believe it is my official nap station.
He's a master of polite disagreement.
And with that, you have learned the core structures for navigating the real world. Now for our grand finale challenge.
We want you to combine everything. Imagine a friend asks, "How was your week and what are your plans for the weekend?"
Your challenge is to answer in one smooth paragraph. Tell a small story about your week, and then explain your weekend plans.
Use the architectures you have learned. Take a moment, pause, and speak your answer.
Congratulations, you have completed all 3 steps. Step 1, building better sentences. Step 2, building social connections. And step 3, building real-world solutions.
You have the tools. You have the architecture. Now all you need is consistent practice.
And now, a final insight for our journey. First, you build the words. Then you build the bridges. Then you can walk anywhere.
That's beautiful, Eddy. Thank you.
And thank you, our listeners, for joining us on this entire journey.
We hope these 3 steps have given you the confidence and the tools to speak better English.
If you found this series helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe.
And in the comments, let us know. What is one new structure you learned that will help your fluency the most?
We read every comment. Thank you for your hard work. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.